Hey everyone, welcome back to Cuddy's bookshelf. So today is a book haul. I have a lot of books to talk about. I am so excited. So if this is a very scatty video, I do apologise, but so I have just nipped out and I nipped to Tesco's, which is a supermarket. Is that grocery store in America? But anyway, I've just nipped to Tesco's and they have some deals on some of their books where you get two for £9, like newer releases. So I picked up MJ Arridge's Eye for an Eye. So if you don't know, I am obsessed with this author's series, the D.I. Helen Grace series. It's a thriller series and this is a standalone thriller. I am so excited to get into it because I'm so intrigued to read a book by MJ Arridge that isn't a D.I. Helen Grace book. And I've heard really, really good things about this, so I'm really excited about it. With thrillers, if you're new to my channel, with thrillers, I generally don't read the backs of them because I don't want any spoilers. Let me see, if they've got a tagline, I'll try and read those out on books that I'm trying to not spoil myself for. But it says, Emily is a devoted single mother. Jack starts a new job in a new town. They both share the same secret. Neither of them are who they say they are. I'll take it. So this, some of the books where the thrillers, I actually read the back obviously before I bought them to know what they're about. But this one, it was a auto by author because I'm loving the D.I. Helen Grace series. So I saw this and I was like, I need to have it. And I had a thing with my husband, right? I'll show you the second book that I got, and it's called Spider. And it's Can You Catch a Killer or Are You Already in the Web? It's by the author that did The Mirror Man. I haven't read that. That's the little thingy. So this is by Lars Kepler. An unstoppable serial killer, a deadly puzzle. Don't get caught in the web. So these are the two thrillers. And because it was two for £9, or there was £5.50 each, I got them because I says, me and my husband was having a debate, and I said that if you don't get the two for £9, you're sort of losing money. Because what if I hear about this a lot and I didn't pick it up and I get it from somewhere else and it's a lot more expensive? Whereas if I get it in the deal, I would have paid £5.50 for this anyway. So, you know, £3.50. Who wouldn't? But, and I says, it's book math, right? And he was like, you're just an idiot. But book math, 2 books for £9, thought it was amazing. So they're my books from Tesco's. And normally when I do my hauls, I try and genre them up. But I've got that many books from different places. I'm just going to do the ones from different places instead. So Tesco's also brought some really nice pyjamas, which are here because, like I say, I've literally just been. But they're just grey with stripes, but I cannot tell you how soft. They're like butter. But yeah, long sleeve, long leg pyjamas because I'm going to have a bath later. Shocker, me, baths. I'm going to have a bath later, put new dramas on and read my book, which I'm currently about to start, the Once Upon a Broken Heart. Because obviously I've read the first 2. You know, if you see my TBR, I'm going to be reading those this month and it is time. It is time. Right, anyway, back to the books. So I will fly through the manga that I've picked up. These are all from Waterstones. So I got Kaijo number 8, volume 9. This is about a man called Kafka who has always wanted to be in the armed forces to fight the Kaijo. And his dilemma is, once he starts making waves in joining the armed forces, he starts going through changes himself. And the whole premise of it is, how can he fight against the Kaijo when he is becoming one? So yes, I am enjoying this series, love it. And obviously I got volume 9 to carry it on. Right, where am I putting the books? Then I got I Don't Know Which Is Love. I read the first volume of this in my Valentine's love-filled vlog. And I didn't know what to think of it, to be fair. It's not what I was expecting. I was expecting a cutesy, you know, figuring out how to get a girlfriend. Like, it's about a girl who falls in love with her best friend and her best friend sort of breaks her heart. So she's about to go to college, and while she's at college, she is falling in love with every cute girl that she meets. And I just thought it was going to be her story of like actually finding love, but it was very raunchy. It was like these girls are throwing themselves at her, and yeah, it was very different to what I thought. But I'm gonna go into volume 2 and, you know, see if I actually like the series or not to carry it on. I don't like just reading the first unless I really, really hate it, but I do try and carry them on. The next one is the Seven Fates. This is by Hybe and BTS, and that is the reason why I started getting these. I have not started this series yet, so I don't really know what it's about. I don't really want to look into it, to be honest, because I do quite like going into my mangas completely blind also. But I do love that this series is all coloured, and in each one you happen to get a poster. So the poster in this one looks like this, and yeah, love that for us. But yeah, the new one in the Seven Fates. And then the last of the manga that I picked up is a horror manga, and this is Parasite. This is volume 5, and the collection is looking amazing because on the spines of it, eventually it will spell out Parasite, and we're so nearly there. We're over halfway now, and once I do collect all of these, I am dying to read them. So, and again, this is a manga that is full colour, so yeah, there's that one also. I went to the works a few times this month. I already did like a mini haul of the books that I picked up in my Valentine's Day vlog, so I won't mention them again, but I have been a couple of more times since then, and you know, I can't help myself. So I bought volumes 2 and 3 in, I don't even know what this series is called, Kings of Sin. In the Kings of Sin series, I got 2 and 3. The first one was bought for me by my mother-in-law, and so I just wanted to get the, because I just feel like once I read the first one, I'm going to want to read the rest. So I bought them. But all I know about these is they're billionaire romances, and sign me up. A book that I have seen about, it's a sports romance, and it's Say You Swear. Again, don't know much about it. I seen it in the works and it was really cheap. So it says, for years I've dreamt of what college life could bring, and while things change, there's always one constant. It doesn't matter how wild I allow my imagination to run, my future was clear and he was it, until suddenly he wasn't. Now there's a new man in my life, one who isn't afraid to go after what he wants, and what he wants is me. So yeah, there's that one. So another romance. And then another romance is a racing one. I've seen it around, not very much like. He's a world champion, she's a new girl on the grid. Will their season and chemistry throw him off track? So this one is Bloodstream by Emily Carter. I just thought it's a different type of sports romance. I've never read like a Formula One racing car driver romance, so I picked this up as my first. Then I got, because I have seen this around and I know that there's another one coming out, and it is 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. I've heard that this is a tearjerker. It says, what if your love story ended before it really begun? And I just think it was going to be a nice short. That writing is so tiny, oh my goodness, but we'll work it out. But I just thought, you know, it's always nice to have a tearjerker in there, so I picked up this one. If you've read this, let me know what you think of it. A kiss lasts a moment but can change a lifetime. It's the taglines, they always get me every time. Then I bought another Frida McFadden book. This is The Co-Worker. 2 women, an office filled with secrets, one terrible crime that can't be taken back. Again, this is a author by book because I loved The Housemaid's Secret. I did just haul, in the vlog that I mentioned, I did haul a different Frida McFadden book, which was Never Lie, and I'm looking forward to that one. So yeah, another Frida McFadden thriller. So because I read Icebreaker and I quite enjoyed it, I was worried a little bit about it reading a little bit young with them being in college and stuff, but I ended up really enjoying it. So I did buy Wildfire. This was, I think it was £5. Yeah, I think the Frida one was £4 and this one was £5. I got these two together. Yeah, another romance by Hannah Grace. So it only takes one spark. When Russ and Aurora cross paths at a university party, a drinking game ends with them spending the night together, but Aurora slips away before Russ learns her full name. They both turn up for their first day at work at a camp counselling job, and there is strict rules at this camp where you're not allowed to fraternise. The staff aren't allowed to fraternise with each other. And obviously they've got chemistry. He really doesn't want to ruin this and go home, but she is one for breaking the rules. And I just thought, you know, because I enjoyed the other one, I'll get that one too. So that's all the books that I got from the works. So next I'll go for the paperbacks that I got from Waterstones, and the first one is The Bad Ones by Melissa Elbert, and it says, a game gone wrong, a town full of secrets, a missing friend. In a single winter's night, 4 people vanish without a trace across a small town. Nora's best friend Becca is one of the lost. Determined to find her, Nora discovers a string of coded messages Becca had left. These clues point to another missing girl 30 years prior and a sinister urban legend, a goddess figure who played an eerie role in Nora and Becca's own childhood games. As Nora unravels the mystery, it's soon clear there are dark forces at work in her town, and they'll stop at nothing to keep their secrets buried deep. It was the cover. I just love that cover. And it just sounded really good, so I picked that one up. And then I got the new Ali Hazelwood book called Bride. This is a little bit different. This is a vampire romance, whereas Ali Hazelwood is very much a contemporary author in the past. So I am really intrigued to see what she does with a vampire romance. So there is that one. Then there is Tessa Bailey's new book, which is Fangirl Down. This is a sports romance, and I think this is a golf romance. Not got a golf romance on my shelves, so this has me intrigued, and I want to read some of Tessa Bailey's like sports romances. I think it's going to be great. I really enjoy Tessa Bailey's contemporary romances, so there's another one to add. The next one is a second. I did get the first. I haven't read it yet, but I do own it, and it is If He Had Been With Me. And then the new one is If Only I Had Told Her. And I mean, that cover is really, I love the simpleness of the covers. But I just really wanted to get the follow-on. I've heard mixed reviews on this, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm hoping that I do enjoy them. And I have them both now. I have no idea. If He Had Been With Me, everything would have been different. Autumn and Finn used to be inseparable, but then something changed, or they changed. Now they do their best to ignore each other. Autumn has a boyfriend, Jamie, and her close-knit group of friends. Finn has become that boy at school that no one wants to be around. That still doesn't stop the way Autumn feels every time she and Finn cross paths, and the growing nagging thought that maybe things would have been different, maybe they should be together. And as time passes, Autumn realises she might not get another chance to make things right before it's too late. Yeah. And then still, now we'll go into the hardbacks that I got from Waterstones, and I had a mare. This is my first proper grudge with Waterstones. It's the first time that they've ever delivered something and it not be right or be damaged or whatever. And I order a lot from Waterstones, a lot. Like I'm pretty sure that I own part of the company by now. But these books, so they look good, yeah. I ordered a signed edition of it, and I just got the standard edition. But it came in good condition, just the standard edition though. So I emailed them. I was just like, just to let you know that I did order a signed edition, and it was the standard edition that had come. They were lovely. They was really accommodating. We'll get the signed edition sent straight out to you. And then this turned up. Yes, it looks fine. But then, like, the cover is really damaged. Especially on the back, if you can see that line, that crease going all the way up. And I was like, I can get over that because I can always swap the covers for, you know, the other one. And then I've spent a lot of time trying to squish this down, but half, I don't know if you can see the dint, like half of the pages was like proper folded in, and then the back of the cover, it's literally like it had been bent, and that's what happened to the dust jacket as well. You can see it more on the inside of it, and I was just so disappointed that I didn't want to come. I am the last person in the world. I cringe at complaining about anything. I don't like it. I'm just like, it's fine, I'll go without this, fine. But it was signed, but it's very damaged, and I just didn't want to write to them again and ask for another one, because I already feel bad that they've had to send me another one, and I've got one, and I like, people's gonna want this book, and I don't want to be selfish and like have loads of copies myself, but I don't know what to do because it is really, really damaged. But will people actually notice? It's just a me thing? So I think it's just like, I might just change the covers over so at least it looks half decent and not like completely ruined. Obviously I would donate the second book, because I did email them saying what do you want me to do with the second book, and they was like, if it's too much trouble you can send it back, but you can keep it. So I have kept it. So I'm thinking, if I swap the dust jackets over, then, you know, at least on the outside it will look okay. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. Sorry, I've just been ranting about it. I haven't even actually told you what it is, but it is The Fury by Alex Michaelides, and like I say, I've heard really mixed reviews. So I'm like, do I want to make such a fuss over a book that is not potentially going to be a favourite? Because I really loved The Silent Patient by this author. And then I quite enjoyed The Maidens. It was very page-turny. I buddy read it with KJ and really loved our buddy read of it. But then I know that like KJ and others aren't the biggest fan of this. So like, why would I kick up a fuss to get a copy of a book that I might not even keep? So yeah, that was my drama with the Waterstones. What wasn't really drama, because they was really lovely and accommodating, but I was just disappointed, really. But yeah, there's those two thrillers, by the way. The next book is The Beholders by Hester Mussin. I loved the look of this book. The cover drew me in, and then this is a gorgeous stenciled edge edition. But this is set in 1878, and it's about a maid who goes to work for this politician, and she starts digging out secrets while she is at their home and about him and his wife. But the more she digs, the more danger she's putting herself in, and I just think it sounds really creepy, really gothic, and it's really beautiful. So I thought I would pick that one up. And then the next one is some short stories within a duology that I already own. I have not read it, but it is Tales of the Celestial Kingdom by Su Lin Tan. I do have Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior. This is the duology that this one is set around. This has got, how many short stories did it say? Return to the realm of gods and legends, magic and romance. Su Lin Tan's highly acclaimed best-selling Celestial Kingdom duology is expanded with this new compilation of stories from before, during and after the events in The Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior, all from the perspective of the beloved characters. Tales of the Celestial Kingdom collects 9 spellbinding stories, so it is 9. So there's 9 stories in here, and like I've just said, it's before, during and after the events of these two. I just, you know, you had to get it, and it is a duology, and now with the little short stories as well, it is something that I really, really want to get to, so that just makes me excited to get to it even more. The next book I'm not going to talk very much of because I think everybody would have bought this book this month, and it is Sarah J Maas's House of Flame and Shadow. I really enjoyed my time with House of Earth and Blood. I was a bit with House of Sky and Breath. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't my favourite. Obviously, I really enjoyed the ending, and that makes me so excited to get into this. I cannot wait to get into this. But yeah, this one wasn't my favourite. Absolutely love this one, and I'm so excited for this one. So we can stick that straight up there, so that's good. So the next one is Heart Song by TJ Klune. I am so excited to get into this series. This is book 3 in the Green Creek series. I have not yet started this series, but I have read all of the other books by TJ Klune and absolutely loved them. I have got the other 2 to show you. So the first one was Wolf Song, the second one was Raven Song, and then the third one is Heart Song. And this, all I know about these is that they're shifter romances. Sign me up. A shifter romance written by TJ Klune, and not only that, it's a series. Sign me up, all day, really want to get to these so bad. I have loved my time with TJ Klune's books so much. He is one of my favourite authors, 100%, absolutely love him. If you have not read any books by TJ Klune, I highly recommend that you do. The House in the Cerulean Sea was a very popular one of his. I really loved Under the Whispering Door. And then you have In the Lives of Puppets as well. Incredible, honestly. And then speaking of auto-buy authors, and a book that I'm really excited about is Dorothy Coomson's new thriller. If you have been on my channel for a while, you know that I absolutely love Dorothy Coomson. Her books, when I first started reading them, there was more contemporary romance, and then she's gone more into the thriller genre now, and every time I absolutely eat her books up. I absolutely loved it. So this one is Every Smile You Fake. I love the cover on this with the rain. Oh, I just honestly I love this. How many books has she got out now? So she has got a whole big list of books that she has written, and I have read every single one of them. Some of them more than once. And I just love her. If you want a really great thriller, just pick up a Dorothy Coomson book. Or if you want a book that absolutely breaks your heart but makes you laugh and cry on the same page, go for My Best Friend's Girl by Dorothy Coomson. Oh, I have the big paperback of that, and I don't know what that's called, but it's not a normal UK edition, and it's not a trade, no, the smaller ones. It's like the big paperbacks. I got that for Christmas, on my first Christmas being with my husband, and actually the day that I'm filming this, me and my husband's been together for 18 years today. So we, like, that book is like 18 years old. It's got to be. And I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And it did make me laugh and cry on one page. And I do plan to reread some of my old favourites, because like I say, I haven't read that for a long time, and I'm wondering if it has the same effect on me reading it now as what it did when I was younger. So yeah, that's just an idea that I've got in mind. But yeah, Dorothy Crimson anyway. Oh God, put one Dorothy Crimson book in front of me, you get my whole life story. I just love her. I just love her. These are a mix because I bought the Waterstones edition and then also a Illumicrate special edition of these books. I'll explain why as I'm going through, and then at the end I've got just a trilogy that I got from Illumicrate also. So this is Waterstones and Illumicrate, you'll know the difference anyway. But the first one is the last in the trilogy of This Woven Kingdom. So we have All This Twisted Glory by Tara Maffey, and this is the Waterstones exclusive edition of it. Look at those edges, they are absolutely stunning. And then under the dust jackets, they all come with this beautiful print around. And I buy these editions because I annotate them. I squiggle and stick my annotating stickers in and just live my best life with these books. These get chucked around quite a lot. And then this edition of it is the Illumicrate edition. So we got the first one. I did bring them down to show you. We got the first one, This Woven Kingdom, in a actual book box. This is the edges. Absolutely beautiful. And then these Infinite Threads was the second one, which I bought because Illumicrate kept bringing them out, obviously. And then this is the last one. Just look. It's so beautiful. I mean, so all three of these together look like this with the sprayed edge. And I really enjoyed this. It's a Parisian fantasy, and it is about a woman called Eliza who is a djinn. Well, she's djinn royalty really, and the djinn have all the magical powers, but they didn't want a war with the clay, which is the humans, so they gave up their abilities, and now they're sort of shunned, they're outcasts, so they are hidden basically. And Eliza is a royal within the djinn, and it follows her story with how she finds her people again. And I loved Eliza's introduction to Cameron, who is the clay prince, which is the human prince. That their meet cute was just savage. I loved it. And yeah, so this is the Waterstones edition of it, but these are ones that I squiggle in. And then I've done the same for the same reason. I have the Illumicrate edition of Sunbringer, and I have the Waterstones exclusive edition of it. So this is them side by side. The backs look really similar. It's just a little bit of a different colourway. The edges to them both are beautiful. I think I prefer the Illumicrate. Tis the Illumicrate, yeah. I think I prefer the Illumicrate ones. They have a bit more detail in there, and they have the guard that's attached to the girl within the book, within the first book. So this is about a god killer who she comes across one day, a god that she cannot kill because it has attached itself to this young girl, and she takes this young girl and tries to find a way to detach this god from her. And there's just the characters in this. I'm so excited for this book. This is the second, and I am really excited for it. The characters and the found family within the first book I absolutely loved, and I did, let me find, so this is the Waterstones edition. of the first, and then I don't know if you can tell, but this is very sticky tabbed in this, and this is the Illumicrate of the first one. I just loved it so much, honestly. I'm so excited to have the follow-on to this. I did put this in my like most anticipated reads for 2024. The books that I want to get to is the second book, and just look how pretty they all look next to each other. Oh my goodness. Oh. Beautiful, beautiful. And then, honestly, this haul's making me so excited to read. And then the other trilogy that I got from Illumicrate was the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy. So all 3 books. So you have Once Upon a Broken Heart, the Ballad of Never After, and A Curse for True Love. And like I say, I am currently reading this series. I have not yet started, to be fair, but it is my next book. I've just finished my other book, so I'm reading this next. And I'm so excited about it. The edges. They're just so lovely. I love them so much. And the end pages, artwork, and all of them have other artwork under the dust jacket as well. They're just stunning. Let me show you, because I don't want you to not see them. So this is the artwork in Once Upon a Broken Heart. This is the reverse dust jacket for the Ballad of Never After. And then this one is for A Curse for True Love. And then the naked hardbacks have this beautiful foiling on. The end pages. So this one is Once Upon a Broken Heart, obviously. So this is the foiling on the Ballad Never After. So beautiful. The end pages for these. The character art in this. And then we have A Curse for True Love, which is one I haven't read yet. I'm so excited to get to this. This is the end pages, and I got these out of my birthday money, and they've only just come, and I'm just really excited about them. They are all signed by the author as well, and they do all come with an amazing map in them. It is another trilogy where I do have the standard editions of them, because I'm going to annotate them. The first one's not here because it is currently in my bag, because I'm about to start reading it. But yeah, I have got the standard editions. They are the ones where it's like exclusive to having like foiling on the covers. But yeah, I have these ones, and these ones are to annotate my little heart away, as I just said. Right, we're getting there. We're getting there. The next 2 books, well, technically it's 5 books, but one's a bind up. But I bought off TikTok Shop. I have never bought a book off TikTok Shop before, so this was my first time. And I had to pre-order this as soon as I seen it, because I have not long read this book and the follow-on to it. And I just thought I needed to get this. So everything is just standard to it, other than these gorgeous sprayed edges. Did I tell myself at the end of last year that I won't buy multiple of books just to have a special edition of it? But I just think on my shelf, next to having the quote next to the other 2, is going to look incredible. And I really needed to get like nice editions of this book, because I can't really borrow mine out, because I showed it too much love. So if someone actually comes and needs to borrow it, I don't have a nice copy to borrow them, other than the one with all of my bits in. So yeah, I got this. So this is about Iris, who, it starts off with her saying goodbye to her brother. There is 2 gods in this feuding war, and one of them has called to her brother to come and fight for them. So he is leaving. She is distraught. She don't want him to go, and this leaves her alone at home with her mother. Her mother turns to alcohol, and that becomes a really big problem. And Iris cannot continue at school because they need money. So she quits and gets this job, and she is now competing against a man called Roman, who are both trying to get this job as columnist in this newspaper. And to help her grieve the not seeing her brother and missing him, she, at night time, she pulls out her typewriter and writes letters to him, and she shoves them under the door of her wardrobe that she shares with her brother, and they disappear. And she does this for months until one day a letter appears, and it's not from her brother. And it goes from there. It's absolutely incredible. I loved this. It really felt like historical fiction, like if it was in like World War One or World War Two, like a love story, but with magical elements in it. It made the magic like feel real. It was just incredible. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. And I loved the second one also. So I just had to. And this can go up here also. Oh, see, it does look amazing. It looks amazing. Look. Yep. Then the book that I was saying is 4 books in one, and it is Finding Their Muse by B. Page. This is a dark romance. This is a Why Choose romance. I just really liked the sound of it. I do like a bit of dark romance. I am not gonna lie. I am a dark romance girly, and this one just sounded really great. It's 3 flawed men with damaged hearts and 1 woman who can set them free. Ivan, the painted ex-dancer, Anton, the unpredictable artist, and Eric, the damaged violinist, and Rose, their muse. Discover their story of lust, love, and redemption. Join Rose and her men in this hauntingly beautiful dark romance set against a gothic backdrop and filled with suspense and passion. Their love story will take you on an intense emotional journey that will keep you riveted from the first page to the last. So yeah, this is all 4 books. They had a deal on like a token where you could get £10 off of this book. It comes beautifully packaged by B herself in tissue paper, and you get this envelope, and she's got like little stickers and all sorts in there for you, like little treats for buying her book. This one, you can buy them from elsewhere, and you can get them where they're digitally signed like this. But I knew if you bought them from the TikTok shop, she actually Sharpie signed them on the first page as well. So I'm really hoping to get to this soon. I think it's a series that I will binge. Don't get me wrong, it is a chunker. So I will prepare myself to be carrying this around. But I feel like it's going to be a series that I'm going to fly through. I think it sets it up so there's 4 stories in here, and the first 3 is her love story with each of the men. Obviously the other men are in the stories at the same time, but it is like mainly focused on 1 man at each time, and then the last one is all of them together. So, you know, why choose? Why choose? Then the last 5 books that I bought, I am so excited about. So excited. So these are from Amazon. These are my only Amazon purchase of myself. Obviously, if I get books from you guys, I put them in videos, but these are from my Amazon wish list, and I couldn't wait any longer to get them, because I will explain why afterwards, but I couldn't wait any longer to get them. And it is books 1 to 5 in the Ruthless Boys series. This is set in the same world as Zodiac Academy, so this is set in Solaria, and the reason I couldn't wait any longer is because obviously Zodiac 9 is coming out in April. I'll put the rest up there, and then I'll just hold the first one. So I got these because these are set as a prequel to Zodiac Academy, and some of the characters are in here are in the Zodiac Academy, and there is because Zodiac 9 comes out in April, but they have done a little novella where it's Living Like Lionel, and it is stories throughout the zodiac, and when the twins meet the boys, the ruthless boys in this series, but it does spoil these books. So before I read that, even though there is, because that's novellas just full of short stories that you can read, I want to be able to read it from front to back. So no spoilers for this series, which there is spoilers in there for this. So I want to read this first, get my live and let Lionel on, and then just, these are my main aim for next month, I think, because I need to know, and then I need to carry on, and then get myself prepared for April for the last in the Zodiac. Honestly, I could cry the thought of that series ending. It's like, I want the book to come out, but knowing as soon as I start it, it's the beginning of the end, and I'm going to lose my favourite characters. I feel like I'm going to read it and then start from the beginning again. I just love that series so much. But anyway, yes, I bought the Ruthless Boys series. This is by Suzanne Valenti and Caroline Peckham, and I just can't wait to go back into Solaria. So yeah, that's where these are living. They're living up here with obviously my Zodiac, Ruthless, and then I still have the 2 dark romances that I bought from them, the Twisted Sisters, which is what the authors call themselves, or what we call them, because they like to break our hearts. But yeah, I got those also. But yeah, this haul is incredible. I am beyond grateful that I have managed to get all of these books and that I'm going to read these books. I just feel so grateful and blessed that I can afford to get these and to spend time reading them. So yeah, I hope that you really enjoyed this haul. If you have read any of the books that I've mentioned, or plan on reading any of the books that I've mentioned, please let me know. I am really excited to talk about any of these books. If you have read the Zodiac Academy or the Ruthless Boys, or partway through, let me know your thoughts, what you're thinking, if you plan to read them, because we need to talk. I really hope that you enjoyed this haul. I'm sorry if it was all over the place. I don't even remember if I described any of the books or if I was just screaming that I'm so excited about them, but I really am. I know I know there is 5-star reads in this haul, so it just makes me so excited to get to them, but at the same time not wanting to get to them, because, you know, I love having the anticipation of thinking that a book's going to be 5 stars. But anyway, this is why my TBR is so big. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see more from me, please subscribe, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye! And it's by the author that made, but it's an unstoppable, you know, if you've seen my, what's it called? Oh my goodness. Next, I will show you, no, I won't go there. In fact, I will fly through. I told you it's going to be all over the place. I'm that excited about the books. I'm just, this is volume 5. Ooh. I've already got sweat on, and I've already mentioned the mangas and the stuff that I've just brought from Tesco's. We'll do the books that I picked up from the works next. So I went on a couple of works. That sounds weird, innit? Works trips. Not trips to works, but trips to the works. Oh my goodness. Pins and needles to my leg. Ow, ow, ow. Give me but a moment. Because I read, why do I forget the names of every book that I own, even the ones that I've read? What's it called? Icebreaker. Because I've read Icebreaker, I brought So because I read, and now I'm chucking my books away. Hold on. Whew, I don't even know what I've mentioned, like if I've even described these books to you. I am that excited and just chucking them about. Let me move these out of the way because at the minute I'm barricaded. Oh, Hannah Grace, please don't fall. Thank you. I'll go with the paperbacks that I got from the works. No, just done the works. As Nora unravels the mystery, it's soon's clear. Soon's clear. I always feel like sometimes my hauls really put me on blast of like all the books that I have not read yet, and it's going to continue, but we'll get to that. Do I want to make such a fush? I have, let me figure out which is which, because they are very similar. The foiling on the hard, naked hardback, what I meant. And then the last, if I thought that one was heavy, oh, I can't even pick them up. And it is, hold on, they're really heavy, hold on. I can't carry these anymore. Let me just, oh, this is my little dreamy amethyst fairy that I keep on the shelf with me zodiacs. Like, where are you gonna go? Because you ain't gonna fit on there with the zodiacs. There's not much room left in there. You can't go up there. I'm buggered. Let's just put away the ones that I know I've got space for. For instance, these, I don't know if you would have seen them in my last video when I did an unboxing. I had these in the background because I'm going to have them where the standard editions are facing out so you can see the titles, and then these are facing with the sprayed edge. Because why not? Right, I've got space for, do I have space for you? Probably not. I know I've got space for you. This is the organisation now of my library. It's not, oh, I'll put that over there with this genre. There's no genres anymore. There is just, will it fit? If it does, stick it on. Oh dear, I really need to organise this library. But that's a job for another day. I was thinking, because I know a lot of you wanted a library, like a bookshelf tour, but that is a very big commitment to do for me at the minute. But would you be happy with just a tour of the library? So if I took you around and just like showed you down my shelving, like showed you the room, showed you down the shelving, like what I've got, rather than pull each book out and be like, this is such and such by such and such, and do you get what I mean? Because I'm willing to do that. No, if you just want to really chilled hang out with me, I'll give you a tour of the library room, like what I've got in here, what the shelving looks like, and I will scan you down my shelves and maybe pick some random ones out and be like, yeah, I love that, you should read it. It's up to you, let me know. Or do you just want to wait and me pull every single book out and show you? That is so daunting, honestly. It's scary. But yeah, let me know. Also, know if you annotate your books and you like highlighting, I've been using these, and it's the Tombow dual brush pen set. These are perfect if you just want to underline with a colour. There is just the straight nib, and then you've got the brush, and that it just lines so nicely, like nice and perfect. I have just been doing it with Legends and Lattes. I had a grey one, so I went and bought these ones because it also has a pink in it, but I've got that out at the minute for Once Upon a Broken Heart. But yeah, great books for annotating. Great pens for annotating, so just thought I'd shout them out. Tombow dual brush pens. Now I need to get up. Get up, put these away, run a bath. read my book whilst in the bath and get cozy.